Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, this is lesson 345 of module 3, continuation of our lesson earlier, no? So, we are talking about sampling and sampling distribution. So, just a little bit of review kanina. So, we talked about sampling. We talked about the difference between the population and the sample, and we also talked about the difference between parametric and statistic, which is actually, ang kaibahan nila, ang parametric, it talks about the population, no? Tapos, ang statistic, it talks about the sample. And remember, population. Okay, the population, ang kanyang mean, okay, ang kanyang mean is usually denoted by mu. Ang kanyang variance is denoted by the sigma square. And then, ang standard deviation is usually denoted by just sigma. Dito naman sa statistic, it is the x bar, it is the s square, and of course, square root mo yan, it is s. This is the, parametric versus the statistic. However, in your modules, ang ginamit niya actually for sample, no? Ang ginamit niya for the mean, it looks like this, mu, tapos may subscript na sample. And then sa variance naman, the same thing. We have the variance square, but it has a denoted sample, no? And then the standard deviation is the same thing, pero meron din siyang denoted na sample. Itong ganito, this is usually used in some other textbook, but in the module, we are going to use this. Okay, so I am explaining this one kasi nga on the previous, what do you call this one? On the previous video lesson, ito yung ginamit natin, no? But this is also true, and this is also correct. Both of these are correct. It's just that some other textbooks use this one, itong una, no? But our module uses this one. Okay? So anyway, moving on. So, sampling distribution of the sample means tayo ngayon, no? So, let's try this one. A population consists of 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that is our population, 2, 3, and 4. Population. Population natin is 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then it says right here that if you list all the possible samples of size 3 drawn from a population of 4 with elements 2, 3, and 4, you will have 9 samples. So the table on the left shows the 9 samples and their corresponding means. Okay, I'm sorry about this one. May something wrong dito. No, it should be sample size of 2 drawn from a population of 3. Okay, so I'm sorry about that again. I hope mapanood nyo tong video na to so that you will be able to know that may ang correction, no, ng module na yan. So anyway, going back here, sabi niya, we have a sample size. So remember, ang size, no, pag population, it is denoted by big N. Pero pag sample size, it is denoted as small n. And it says there 2. So, 3 ang ating population and then ang sample size is 2. So, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga pwede na yun na outcome, no? Pag meron tayong 2, 3, 4 na population. Possible outcomes pag ang sample lang is 2. It could be 2 and then we have, okay, and then 2 and 3, and then maybe 2 and 4, and then 3 and 3, 3 and 4, tama ba? Okay, 3 and 4. And then, let me just go down a bit. 4 and 4. 4 and 2 and 4 and 3. So, that is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 nga talaga sila. No? So, these are the possible outcomes that we have kung meron tayong 2, 3, 4 as the population and then we have a sample size of 2. Now, we are going to get the mean. Paano ba kunin ang mean na ito, di ba? It would be 2 plus 2 over 2. So, wait lang, 2 plus 2, 4 over 2 is equals to 2. Ito naman, so that is 2, no? Ilagay ko na dito agad 2. Ito naman, 2 plus 3 over 2. So, 5 over 2, that's 2.5. Okay? 2.5. 2 plus 4, 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 9. Sorry, 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6 over 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. Divided by 2. 3 plus 4, 7. Divided by 2. 4 plus 4, 8. Divided by 2. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 divided by 2. 4 plus 3, 7 divided by 2, 3.5. Okay, anyway. Yan na ang ating, what do you call this one? The mean. Now, itong grupo na ito, no? Itong grupo na ito, this is now what we call the sampling distribution of the sample means. Kasi ito yung ating sample means, eh. Yung ating sample means. Okay? Yan yung ating mga sample means, and okay, let me go down here. Pag i-distribute natin yan sila, you will get the sample or sampling distribution. How are we going to distribute that? So, ano ba yung mga value na meron tayo ngayon dito? So, ang ating mga mean is meron tayong 2. Meron tayong 2.5. Meron din 2.5 dito. Okay, so we have 2.5. We also have a value of 3. Okay? We also have a value of, ano pa ba? 3.5 and then merong 4. Okay. Tama ba? Yes. So, ang frequency naman is kung ilan. Yung ganun. So, 2, meron tayong isa. Meron tayong isa. Ang 2.5 naman, we have 1, and then 2. Okay, 2. Ang 3 naman, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so meron tayong 3. Ang 3.5, meron tayong 1, 2. Okay, 2. And then, ang 4 is meron tayong 1. Okay. So, kung maalala nyo pa ang module 1, no, this is like normal distribution talaga siya, no? Diba? Maalala nyo pa yung, module 1 and module 2. So, ang probability natin dito ngayon is, di ba, ilang beses siya nag-appear doon sa 9 natin na outcome. So, that is, 2 is only 1 out of 9 chances. Yung 2 naman, 2.5 is 2 out of 9. 3 is 3 out of 9. And then, 3.5 is 2 out of 9. And then, yung 4 is 1 out of 9. So, kung maalala nyo again, yung ating module 1, so, kung i-add mo ito, 1, 2, 3, so, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So, 1, 9 over 9 is equals to 1. Di ba nga, dapat ang probability, it all adds up to 1. So, anyway. So, that is now the sampling distribution. This one, kung i-graph mo ito siya, that is going to be the sampling distribution. Paano i-graph gani yan? Okay, so, nandito sa gilid natin yung frequency. And then, nandito yung X natin, no? So, ang frequency natin is 1, 2, 3. Dito naman, we have 2. Dito naman, we have 2.5. Dito, we have 3. Then, 3.5. And then, 4. So, ang 2, it's only 1. So, dito siya banda. Tapos, ang 2.5 naman is 2. So, dito siya banda. Ang 3 naman is aabot sa 3. Ang 3.5 is only 2. And then, ang 4 is only 1. So, this is now the graph of your sampling distribution, which looks like a bell curve. Remember bell curve? Oh. And if it's a bell curve, it's actually a normal distribution. Okay. So, anyway, that is for this one, no? So, a sampling distribution of sample means is a probability distribution that describes the probability for each mean of all samples with the same sample size n. Okay? So, next. So, finding the mean and variance of the sampling distribution of sample means. So, these are the formula that we have to know. By the way, guys, itong formula na ito, let me just copy-paste that here. And let me go back to this side. Okay. So, ito yung, hindi naman sa i-memorize, no? But you have to be familiar. Sorry naman. Okay. Familiar with this things. Okay. So, ang mean ng population is just the summation of x over n. Remember again, pag population, big letter N, pag sample, small letter n. And then, the variance would be the summation of each x minus the mean. And then, i-square mo yon. So, for example lang ha, this is another example. I have 1, 2, 3, and my mean, okay, for example again, my mean is 2. So, kung kukunin ko itong variance, kailangan ko munang kunin yung x minus mu. So, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Tama ba? 2 minus 2 is 0, and then 3 minus 2 is 1. And then, I will have to get the square of these things. So, 1 square, negative 1 square is just 1, 0 square is just 0, and then 1. Okay? And then, it's obvious that my n here in this example is 3, right? So, kung isum ko ito, no? Kung isum ko ito siya, which is 2, itong 2, this is now the summation of x minus mu square. Tama man. Okay? So, now that you get this, lagay mo na lang dito. So, ibig sabihin, your variance would now be 2 over 3. Okay? So, your variance would be 2 divided by 3 is what? 0.5? Sorry naman, hindi ako masyadong magaling sa fraction. Let me use my calculator here. Sorry, it's 0.6666 or 0.67. Okay, 0.67. Okay, so that is how you use or you get this one. Huwag niyo pahirapan yung mga sarili ninyo. Okay? So, ang standard deviation naman, okay, ang standard deviation, although, okay, let me bring that back. Although, akala nyo hirap-hirap ng standard deviation, no? It's just the square root of the variance. So, ibig sabihin, ito, no, i-square root mo lang ito, makukuha mo na yung standard deviation. Which is, what is that? Let me just use my calculator again. 0.82. Okay. 0.82. Okay, ganun yun siya. Let me just delete everything here. Okay. Pero pag sampling distribution na, sample na tayo, ang pinag-uusapan natin, it's a little bit different. Although, as you can see, the same naman siya, no? Ang nagbago lang is itong x, this one. Okay? Because this one should represent the sample mean. Hindi siya yung given na x. So, paano natin malaman kung sample yun siya teach? Because it will be indicated. It will be said that it came from a sample. Okay? So, let's try to solve problems. First one is sampling with replacement and then without replacement later on. Dito muna tayo sa with replacement. So, sampling with replacement. Okay. So, the problem is that, consider a population consisting of the values 2, 5, and 8. So, ang population natin, population is 2, 5, at saka 8. Okay? Okay. Compute. Kapihin ko daw ito Print screen. Print screen. And then, let me go down here. I will just copy this one. Ito lang na part. Okay. And then, I will paste it here. So, ang una daw na i-compute natin is the population mean. So, madali lang ang population mean, no? Kasi nga, eto siya, summation of x lang. Ano ba ang x natin? Ayan, 2, 5, 8. So, 2 plus 5 plus 8 over ano ang ating n? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, 2 plus 5, 7 plus 8, 15 divided by 3 is equals to 5. Tama ba? Am I right? Sometimes kasi, arithmetic na lang, mali pa yung ano ko. Okay, anyway. Just correct me if I'm wrong. And then, ang variance, tama ba? Variance ba ang sunod? So, letter B, this is letter A. Ang letter B naman is compute the population variance. Okay, so the population variance is summation of x minus mu. Okay, so this is our mu, right? Okay, so ang x natin is 2 minus 5 square plus 5 minus 5 square plus 8 minus 5 square over, still the same thing, big letter N, so 3. So ang variance natin would be 2 minus 5, 3. Sorry, negative 3 square, 9. Plus 5 minus 5, 0 square, 0. Plus 8 minus 5, 3 square, 9. Okay, over 3. So 9 plus 9, 18 divided by 3 is 6. Tama ba? Okay. So, let's go to letter C. Anong letter C? Okay, standard deviation. So, square root lang natin to. Tama ba? So, this one is just the square root of this one. So, square root of 6. And square root of 6 is, let me use my calculator, 2.45. Okay, so that is 2.45. Yan na ang mga sagot natin, no? Letter D. What is letter D? Ano yung letter D? List all the possible samples of size n is equals to 2 with replacement and their corresponding means. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin niya lang naman dito ng replacement, guys, is kumbaga para bang pag nagbunot ka ng bola sa isang bowl and it has 4 blue and then 3 red na balls, but then the size or the sample size is 2, right? Tapos meron kang 3 red balls and then 4 blue balls, no? But then the sample size is 2. Pag bunot mo ng isa, you can change the next one. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng replacement. Okay? So, let me delete these things. And let's try to list all the possible, what do you call this one? Ano yun? Possible samples. Size is equals to N2. Let me try it here. Tingnan natin kung may enough space ba ako. D. So, ang sample size natin is 2. So, ang possible samples natin is, what again? 2, 5, 8 ba yun yung ating population, no? So, meron tayong 2 and 2. Tama man? 2 and 2. And then, meron tayong 2 and 5. Meron tayong 2 and 8. Meron tayong 5 and 5. Ay, 5 and 2 na lang unahin ko. Okay, 5 and 5. And then we have 5 and 8. Okay, hindi talaga kasya. Let me go down a bit. Tapos meron tayong 8, 2, 8, 5, and then 8, 8. Okay. So, these are the outcomes, no? Yung mga possible na outcomes. Amazing ang sulat ko. Outcomes. Okay. And then, let's just get the mean. 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2, 2. 2 plus 5, 7 divided by 2, 3.5. 2 plus 8, 10 divided by 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7, 3.5, then 5 plus 5, 10 divided by 2, 5. 5 plus 8, 5 plus 8, 13. Tama ba? 13 divided by 5 is 6.5. Tama ba? 8 plus 2, 10. Okay. 8 plus 5, 13 divided by 2. Okay. 8 plus 8, 8 plus 8, 16 divided by 2, 8. Okay. So, anyway. Now, yan na ba? Na-list ko naman lahat. So, that's it. Okay, that's it. Corresponding mean. Okay, ano ko na yung corresponding mean, diba? That's it. That's the mean. Okay, so, letter E. Find the mean of the sampling distribution of sample means. Okay. So, paano natin kukunin ang mean nitong sample means? Okay. It's like just average of the average. Diba? Yun lang naman yun. Okay? So, kumbaga pa, kayo, just imagine this one, di ba nga, meron kayong first quarter at saka second quarter, di ba? Tapos, meron kayong final average dito. Ito talaga yung grade ninyo, actually. Tama man? Meron kayong e-tech, meron kayong stat, meron kayong creative writing, meron kayong PR1, those kind of things. May mga subjects kayo. May grade kayo dito, may grade kayo dito. You have a final average. And remember, average is just mean. Tama man? So, 80 plus 81 divided by 2 is 80.5. Okay? So, meron ditong x, meron ditong x, sub 1, sub 2, sub 3. Okay? And then, pag kunin ko na yung pinaka-final average nyo, di ba i-add ko ito lahat? And then, divided by the total numbers of the, total number of the subjects, di ba? Yun lang naman yung ibig sabihin nun, guys. Average within the average, or mean of the sample mean. Okay? So, how are we going to do that? So, ibig sabihin, itong sample means, i-add natin. Tama man? I-add natin, okay? Dapat ganito siya, no? Over n. Remember, ilan yung n natin? Ilan yung possible outcome? 1, 2, okay, let me put in numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 possible outcomes, so that is my n. So, automatic, lagay mo na yan dito, okay? And then, you just have to add this. So, 2. Let me use my calculator. 2 plus 3.5 plus 5 plus 3.5 plus 5 again. Okay, nalito ako ng konti. Plus 6.5 plus 5 plus 6.5 plus 8. Okay? 45. I think I'm right though. Anyway. So, 45. Okay, so the mean of the sample means now would be 45 divided by 9, 5, okay. Now, that is the, what do you call this one? Ito siya, oh. Ito siya. Asan na? Ito. There you go. This one. Okay. So, let me go back here, down. So, ito actually is the mean of the sample means. Okay. Ano yung sunod? That was letter E. Lagyan ko na lang letter E. Okay. And then, letter F, find the variance of the sampling distribution of sample means. Okay. So, now, we'll have to find the variance naman. So, remember, ang variance, kailangan ko ng x minus the mean. Pero ang gagamitin kong mean is hindi yung mean na nakuha ko dito sa taas, but rather itong bago kong nakuha. Tama man? Because we are talking about the sample now. Okay? So, I will just put here something, another column. So, x mean. Okay. So, remember guys, x mean na ang gamitin natin ha. Ayun o, andito o, sa ano na to o. No? Let me go here. Saan na ba yun? Ito o, yan o, kailangan yung mean ang gamitin natin. So, ibig sabihin dito, ito ang gamitin natin, itong column na to. Okay, so we have x minus the mean of the sample mean. And then, later on, we will just square whatever we got. Okay? So, i-minus muna natin. 2 minus 5 ba yun? Okay, 5 yung ating nakuhang. Ito guys, ang ginasabi ko ha, oh. Yung mean of the sample means. Okay, so 2 minus 5, ilan ba? 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Okay, negative 3. 3.5 minus 5, 1.5 negative. 5 minus 5, 0. Negative 1.5, 0. 1.5 positive, 0. 1.5. 8 minus 3, 8 minus 5, 3. Square. Okay, so negative 3 square. Okay, 9. 1.5 square. 2.25. Okay. And then, 0 square, 0 lang yan, 2.25, 0, 2.25, 0, 2.25, and then 9. So, i-add natin to ngayon lahat. Okay, let me use my calculator. 9 plus 2.25 plus, okay, wait lang. 2.25 times 4 plus 18. Tama ba? 27. Okay. So, ang ating summation of x mean minus the mean of the sample means is equals to 27. Now, how do you get the variance? Again, letter F. Variance is equals to, or the variance of the sample means is equals to the summation of the sample mean minus the mean of the sample mean square over n. Yung maliit na n na yung ginagamit natin. So, nakuha na natin ito na part. Ito siya. Diba? Wait lang, sorry. May square pala dyan. Okay, so nakuha na natin yan siya na part. So, diretso na natin. 27 now divided by 9. So, 27 divided by 9, 3. Okay? So, that is the variance of the sample means. Probably, ang tatanong niya next is standard deviation, no? Yes. Letter G is find the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of sample means. So, letter G would be the amazing, ang pagsulat ko, sorry. Okay, this one, the standard deviation of the sample mean is just the square root of the variance of the sample means, which is square root of 3. Let me see, what is the square root of 3? Okay, 1.73. Okay, so that is the final answer. Okay, so that's it actually, guys, no? So that is with replacement. Okay, sampling with replacement. Okay, next. How about the other one? The other one is without replacement. I hope we got it right, no? So, 5, 6, square root of 6 is 2.45. Okay. Guys, follow nyo lang itong nandito sa module. It's actually very comprehensive, no? It's actually very good. Tama ba? 1.73 ba yung sagot ko? Let me see. Oo nga. Okay, hindi pa ako nagtiwala sa sarili ko, diba? Anyway, so let's go with sampling without replacement. Okay, ibig sabihin walang mauulit dyan. Okay? Kasi, anong ibig sabihin ko na walang mauulit? Ito. Bakit may 8-8? Bakit may 5-5? Bakit may 2-2? Kasi nga, pag bunot niya ng 8, pwede niyang ibalik yung 8 at may chance na mabubunot niya yun ulit. Yun ang ibig sabihin doon. Diba? Nagets ninyo? I hope you were able to get that. Pero dito sa without replacement, pag nabunot mo na yung 2, okay? Pag for example, you thought of it as a bowl, tapos nandyan yung 2, 5, at saka 8. Pag nabunot mo na yung 2, syempre wala nang chance na mabubunot mo pa siya ulit, diba? Yun yung ibig sabihin ng without replacement. That is why I told you, walang mauulit dyan sa possible outcomes niya later. Okay, so anyway, let's go. Because if I'm not mistaken, iba yung kanyang population. Am I right? Okay. C, 1, 3, and 5 naman yung population natin dito. Okay, so population would be 1, 3, and 5. Okay. So, the same thing, no? So, obviously, ang ating N is equals to 3. Big letter N. So, kung isolve natin ang mu, or ang mean, that would be 1 plus 3 plus 5 over 3. So, 1 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 9 divided by 3 is equals to 3. Tama ba? So, that is our mu, or mean. Okay. Ang letter B naman possibly is, ano yung tinatanong niya? Okay, population variance. Okay, variance is equals to, remember, ang variance is 1 minus 3 square, 3 minus 3 square, plus 5 minus 3 square. Guys, kung mapansin ninyo, this is the same as 1. Okay ha? This is the same as 1, 3, 5. Tapos nakuha natin ang mu. This is the same as x minus mu. And then, x minus mu square. So, x minus mu, 1 minus 3, negative 2, 3 minus 3, 0, 5 minus 3, 2, and then square mo, 4, 0, 4. Iano mo to, 8 divided by 3. So, 8 divided by 3, let me use my calculator. 8 divided by 3 is equals to 2.67. 2.67. Or you can do it this way as well, no? Depende sa inyo. But there are times na mas maganda to, there are times na okay lang to. Ito siya, at this point, okay lang siya kasi tatlo lang eh. Eh, paano kung tulad dito? Let's say tulad nito. Oh, ang dami nito. Kung ganun ang ginawa ko, ay naku, ang haba niyan, guys. Okay? So, it's actually the same thing. Okay, let me just delete this one. Okay? So, kahit gamitan nyo to ng calcu, guys, pareho ang makukuha ninyong sagot. So, gamitan natin ng calcu. Okay. So, 1 minus 3 square plus 3 minus 3 square plus 5 minus 3 square. Okay. 8 divided by 3. Okay, there you go. 2.67 pa rin. Okay. So, the variance of the population is now 2.67. What is the standard deviation? Sorry, ang ganda talaga ng sigma ko. Sorry naman. Okay. Standard deviation is just the square root. So, calculator again. The answer is 1.63. 1.63. Okay. Now, let's put in the possible outcomes. Remember, guys, ang possible outcomes, okay? Okay, possible outcomes. No? Outcomes with sample means na rin, no? Ilan ba ang sample size? 2. Okay, the same as earlier. So, ang n natin is equals to 2. But without replacement. So, kung without replacement, no? It's now, ano nga yung population natin? 1, 3, at saka 5. Okay, tama ba? 1, 3, at saka 5. Okay. So, it could be 1, 3. It could be 1, 5. It could be 3, 1. Tama ba? Yeah, it could be 3, 1. Mauna mo mabunot ang 3 bago ang, what do you call this one? Bago ang 5. And then we have 3, 5. We have 5, 1. And then we have 5, 3. Okay, so ang mean natin dito would be 1 plus 3, 4 divided by 2, 2, 1 plus 5, 6 divided by 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4 divided by 2, 2, 3 plus 5, 8 divided by 2, 4, 5 plus 1, 6 divided by 2, 3, 5 plus 3, 8 divided by 2, 4. Okay, tama ba? So, this is letter D. Ang sabi niya sa letter E is, ano yung kunin sa letter E? Okay, mean of the means. Okay, let's go back here. So, summation ko lang to. So, we have how many outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, our n is equals to 6. And then, ito, i-add natin. 2 plus 3, 5, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. So, ang ating mu for the sample means is equals to 18 over 6, or that is 3. Joke lang. Tama ba? 18 divided by 6, guys? Okay. Indeed. That is 3. Okay. So, ang next na kunin is variance. Okay, variance and then standard deviation. Okay. So, sa variance naman, kailangan natin ng sample mean minus the mean of the sample means. And then, kailangan din natin siyang i-square later on. Okay, so 2 minus 3, negative 1, 3 minus 3, 0, 2 minus 3, negative 1, 4 minus 3, 1, 3 minus 3, 0, 4 minus 3, 1. And then, square mo lang yan. Ay, sorry. 1, 0, 1. Okay, so ang summation natin ng mean minus the mean of the sample square is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then remember, you just have to, para makuha mo ang variance, i-divide mo lang yan by the small letter n. So, 4 divided by 6 is equals to, let me use my calculator, 4 divided by 6, 0.67. Okay. This is your final answer. And the standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. So, calculator again. Square root of that is 0.82. Okay. So, yan ang ating sagot, guys. Next, let me go to the module again. Okay. So, what do you notice about the population mean and the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means? Okay. Actually, they're the same. Pansin niyo, like this one. Ito yung mean ng sample means, right? It's 3. And then, ang mean ng population is 3. That is why kanina, sa video natin, sa video lesson earlier, kaninang umaga, sinabi natin na ang sample, no, is actually a good representation of the population. Okay? You see, they have the same mean. Okay? Just to look at that again, ito naman, diba? Ang mean ng sample means is 5. Ang mean ng population is also 5. Okay, so that is another one thing. And then, aside from that, okay, how do you compare the population variance and the variance of the sampling distribution of the sample means? Actually, meron siyang ano dito, no? Nandito yung summary niya. Okay, so the difference actually between the variance, there you go, no? The variance of the population at saka yung sampling distribution, variance ha, ang pinag-uusapan, is, okay, wait lang ha, is actually, it is the standard deviation, no? Later on, the standard deviation will be equal to, this is the population, ang sa statistic or sa sample would be the standard deviation over n. Okay, yun actually ang lalabas na answer. So, looking at that now, you can summarize the properties, no, as this. So, if all possible samples of size n that can be drawn from the population of size n, big N, with the mean and variance, then sampling distribution of the sample means has the following properties. With the replacement, ang mean is the same as the sample at saka yung population. And then yung ating variance is the variance of the sample means would be the variance of the population over n. At ang standard deviation naman ng sample means would be the standard deviation of the population over square root of the sample size. Okay? And then, pag without replacement naman, no, wait lang, let me go down. Why can't I go down? Okay. The same thing for the mean, but for the variance of the sample means would be the variance of the population over sample size. Okay? And then, ang ating, ano naman, standard deviation of the sample means would be the standard deviation of the population over square root of sample size. Okay? So, I hope you would be able to, what do you call this one? Answer this following practice questions. Okay? So now, going to the Central Limit Theorem. What is the Central Limit Theorem? Okay. Anong gustong pahiwatig ng Central Limit Theorem? It states that the sampling distribution of the mean approximates a normal distribution with a mean of mu and a standard deviation of over square root of the sample size. If the sample size n of the random samples, dapat small letter n yan, okay, is large enough. Okay, pag malaki, pag marami. In this case, as more samples with large sample sizes will be taken from a certain population with replacement, the sampling distribution will closely resemble to that of a normal distribution. Okay, so ibig sabihin, pag marami ang sample size mo, or marami ang respondents mo coming from the population, no, it will resemble a little bit, no, it will closely resemble a normal distribution, which is a bell curve, remember, on Module 2. So, on the question, how large should be the sample size, no? Paano mo masasabing malaki na yung sample size natin? So, different statisticians actually have different opinion. Yung iba, 30, yung iba naman 50, so depende, no? So this usually happens when the population does not appear to be normal. Nga naman, kasi kahit anong gawin mo, kung hindi talaga normal yung population, yung ini-studyhan mo, it will not show a normal distribution. But sometimes medyo close siya sa normal distribution, so even if 30 lang yung sample size mo, it will closely show, closely resemble to a bell-shaped curve. Okay, so in fact, generally, as sample size increases, the sample mean tends to be normally distributed around the population mean, and its standard deviation also decreases. So let's try to solve and illustrate the Central Limit Theorem. So example, we have a die. Again, yung die is yung dice. No? So, ang dice, alam natin, ay merong ilang faces ba meron ang dice? 6! Okay. So, anyway, di ba? Merong time na andito yung 1 dot, tapos dito merong 2 dot, dito merong 3 dot, and then doon, I don't know. Okay, so, yun ang ating mga possible outcome for a die. Okay? So, that is just an illustration of a die. So, anyway, sabi niya, given a die, it has 6 faces in which each face has either dot or dots of X. The elements would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Given it as a population, consider the samples of size n is equals to 1 and 2. Okay. Population. Ang population natin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Guys, okay, wait lang, mamaya na. Okay. So, ano daw natin, no? Consider daw natin if n is equals to 1, and then, dito ko mamaya isolve ang if n is equals to 2. Dito muna tayo sa if n is equals to 1. No? What will happen? Okay. So, ang mu natin obviously would be, or the mean of the population would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 over 6. Tama ba? So, 1 plus 2, 3. Bing! 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 Sorry? Anyway. So, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 15, 21. Tama ba? 21 over 6? Am I right? Okay. 21 over 6. Let me use my calculator daw, be. 3.5. So, that is our mean of the population. So, paano natin kukunin yung variance ngayon? Okay, this one would be 1 minus 3.5 square plus 2 minus 3.5 square plus 3 minus 3.5 square plus 4 minus 3.5 square plus 5 minus 3.5 square plus 6 times, ay sorry, ano to? Minus pala. Anong ginagawa ko? Ay, sorry. 6 minus 3.5 square. Kaya, guys, ayoko yung ganitong method kasi nakakalito siya. Okay, over 6. So, just use your calculator. Anyway, I have already solved this one, so magtiwala na lang kayo. But, if you wanna correct, no, or check kung tama talaga siya, then use your calculators. Okay? Ang pangit naman kung ako lang yung nagsusolve, no? Sayang. Anyway, so, the standard deviation would be just the square root of the variance. So, that is square root of 2.92. Okay. 1.71. 1.71. This seems easy, no? Itong part na to. But how are we going to get the possible outcomes now? Tulad nung ginawa natin kanina dito sa taas, no? Paano natin kunin to? Itong mga possible outcomes. So, paano kunin ang mga possible outcomes? Okay, let's go. Ano ba ang possible outcomes pag ginarol mo ang dice? Diba, all the time, isa lang naman yung nag-face upwards. Diba? Tama man? So, since we have no other options, kung ano lang talaga yung nandun sa taas, yun na yung possible outcome. Meaning, ang possible outcomes is either may nakita kang isang dot, 2 dot, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, or 6 dots. That's it. That is the possible outcome. Okay? And ang mean yan is easy. That is just 1. 2 over 2, that is 2. Okay? 3 over 3 is just 3. Okay. So, it's the same. Ang mga mean yan. So, ang probability niyan, remember in module 1, parang natakel natin to. Kasi 1 over 6, 1 over 6, 1 over 6. I think so too. And this is 6 over 6 is equals to 1. So, those are the possible outcomes and the probability that yung outcome na yan ay lalabas. Okay? So, next, how about daw, asa na yun? If n is equals to 2, no? So, if n is equals to 2, medyo mahirap siya. Mahirap siya in a sense na ang daming possible outcomes. I hope na-realize ninyo kung gaano karami yung possible outcomes dito sa if n is equals to 2. Okay. Dito kasi na part, no? Sa if n is equals to 1, hanggang dito na lang tayo, no? Wala na tayong kailangang isolve because that's just it. Isa lang yung n natin eh. Kaisa ka lang mag-roll ng dice, kumbaga pa. Dito sa n is equals to 2, actually pareho lang siya nito, oh. Ito pa rin yung ating, ito, the same ang makukuha natin kung isolve natin ang population, mean, variance, at saka standard deviation. It only differs in the sample. Kasi nga, ang sample size na natin, no? Remember, it's small letter n, it's a sample size 2. So, hindi na siya pareho dito na part, ito na part, no? Possible outcomes, hindi na siya pareho. So, kung gusto nyo malaman kung ano yung sinasabi kong ang daming possible outcomes, so, let's list the possible outcomes. Okay. Hindi siya nagsabi kung with replacement or without replacement. So, let's just assume na with replacement siya. Okay? So, kung with replacement, okay, anyway, so, may time na 1 at saka 1, may time na 1 and 2, may time na 1 and 3, may time na 1 and 4, may time na 1 and 5, merong 1 and 6. Okay. This is going to be a long ride. Okay, so 2 at saka 2. And then 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, and 2, 6. And then pwedeng 3, 3. Okay. So, meron ding time na 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, at saka 3, 6. And then pwedeng 4 at saka 4. And then 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 6. And then, merong time na 5 and 5. Okay. Guys, I hope ginagawa nyo to kasi nakakapagod ba ito gawin. Sayang naman kung ako lang yung naggawa ng ganito. Kasi dito nyo matututunan itong mga bagay na to eh. Maiintindihan nyo siya kung gawin nyo talaga. So, I really hope that you are doing this as well. Anyway, that's it, no? Okay. So, anyway, wow. Okay, so that is the possible outcome. So, kunin natin yung ano nila, no? Iurong ko to, guys, kasi, para madali. Guys, sana talaga tama to kasi minsan nahihirapan akong arithmetic, diba? 1 plus 1. 2 divided by 2, 1. 1 plus 2, 3 divided by 2. Meow, 1.5. 1 plus 3, 4 divided by 2. 1 plus 4, 5 divided by 2. 1 plus 5, 6 divided by 2. 1 plus 6, 7 divided by 2. 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2. Okay. 2 plus 1, 3 divided by 2. 1.5. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 4, 6. 2 plus 5, 7. 3.5. Tama ba? Okay. 2 plus 6, 8. Okay. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 4, 7. Okay. Next. 8. 9. 4 plus 4, 8. 4 plus 1, 5. 4 plus 2, 6. 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 5, 9. 4 plus 6, 10. Okay. 5 plus 5. Okay. 5 plus 1, 6 divided by 2. 5 plus 2, 7. 3.5. 5 plus 3, 8. 5 plus 4, 9. 5 plus 6, 11. 6 plus 6, 12. Okay. 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 3, 9. 6 plus 4, 10. 6 plus 5, 11. Okay. Grabe na to. Anyway. So, ano yung mga possible mean natin na nandito? By the way, ilan sila? I would like to count, pero sobrang, dami. So, isipin mo na lang, ang possible outcomes talaga is equals to 36. Okay, ito siya. Ito lahat sila, no? 36 yan siya na possible outcomes. And then, we would like to get, no, ano yung mga values na nandito natin. Okay, let me use this one. Ang mga x natin dito ngayon ay meron tayong 1, meron tayong 1.5, we have 2, we have 2.5, we have 3, we have 3.5, meron tayong 4, meron tayong 4.5, meron tayong 5. May 5 ba? Oo, meron tayong 5. And meron tayong 5.5 at merong 6. Okay. And then, the frequency. Kunin natin ang frequency ngayon. Ang 1, kaisa lang nakita. Ang 1.5, so actually, pinahirapan ko lang yung sarili ko, guys. But just to make sure. Pero alam nyo to sa probability eh, di ba? Pansin nyo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Di ba? Alam nyo to sa probability. It's just the way it goes. But, I just showed you para alam niyo yung mano-mano. Okay? Para hindi tayo agad-agad kasi not all the time ganito. Okay? Hindi all the time ganito. Okay? Kaya siya ganito. Kaya ganito tong example na to because nga of the Central Limit Theorem. Ang sinabi ng Central Limit Theorem, pag dumami na ang n, it becomes close to a normal distribution. And obviously, this is a normal distribution. I hope na i-imagine nyo na yung graph nito. Okay? Ayan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The graph is obvious. It is a bell graph. Okay? It is a bell curve. Okay, so anyway, so that's the frequency that we have. So what we would like to get now is the mean of the sample means. Okay, so mean of the sample means. So that is this one. So the mean of the sample means would be to add everything first. Ano ba ang i-add natin, teach? Okay, that is the probability of x. So, i-times muna natin to. 1 times 1. 1.5 times 2. Ilan nga ba? Okay, 3. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 5, 2.5 times 4, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 3.5 times 6. Let me use my calculator. Hindi ko pala siya kaya mata-matahin. No? Okay. 21. And then, 4 times 5, 20. Okay. 4.5 times 4, 18, 5 times 3, 15, 5.5 times 2, 11, tama ba? And then 6, i-add mo ito lahat, paki-add na lang, okay, 1 plus 3, 4, 10, 20, 35, 35 plus 21, plus 20, plus 18, plus 15, plus 11, plus, ano yung sa last? 6 ba? Okay, 6. Is equals to 126. Now that you have that, 126 over, ilan yung ating n? 36, no? So, divided by 36. So, our mean is 3.5. How to check if we got the correct answer? Sorry. How to check if we got the correct answer, and then we just have to check if it's the same as this one. Nandito sa taas. Ayan, okay, there you go. So, tama yung nakuha natin na mean of the sample means. It should be the same as the population mean. Okay, so how are we going to get now the variance of the sample means? So, ang variance of the sample means would be, okay, ay, wala na palang space dito. Okay. But let's just go ahead, no? So, x minus the mean that we got here, 3.5, i-square na lang kaya siguro natin agad, no? Okay. But remember, guys, ha, kailangan siyang i-times sa frequency. Bakit siya kailangang i-times sa frequency? Kasi, technically, dapat ginawan natin to lahat. Ito, oh. Itong lahat ng ito. Itong outcomes ng lahat ng ito, di ba? Okay, imagine ninyo, gawan natin yan silang lahat. Imagine ninyo ha, ganito ang gagawin natin, oh. X minus this one, oh. Sorry naman, okay. Ito siya. No, ito yung gagawin natin dapat. Paisa-isa, lahat to sila hanggang dito sa baba. Okay, so hindi natin yung gagawin, but rather, ang ginawa natin is gi-frequency natin sila, and then, since we have the frequency, i-times na lang natin siya sa frequency niya. Okay? The same answer. Bakit? Because multiplication and addition, multiplication is just repetitive addition. Okay. So 1 minus 3.5 yung ating mean times 1 ang frequency square. Okay. And then yung isa naman, 2 ang kanyang frequency, 1.5 minus 3.5 square. Guys, remember, mauna ang parenthesis, mauna ang exponent bago multiplication. PEMDAS. Okay? So, kahit ilagay nyo lang ito sa calculator, alam niya na yan. Or kung kayo mismo ang maggawa, dapat mag-follow kayo ng PEMDAS. Okay? So, this one is 3, and then 2 minus 3.5 square. Ito naman 4, 2.5 minus 3.5 square, and then ito 3 times 5 minus 3.5 square. Ay, baliktad ako, sorry. Nalito na ako ng konti, be. 5 pala yung frequency. Okay, 3 minus 3.5 square. Then we have 6, 3.5 minus 3.5. Actually, as you can see, no, this is quite useless. Kasi 0 din naman to. Anyway, so we have 5 ang frequency, 4 minus 3.5 square. And then we have 4 ang frequency, 4.5 minus 3.5 square. And then we have 5 ang, 3 pala. 3 ang frequency, 5 minus 3.5 square. Then we have 2, 5.5 minus 3.5. Grabe na talaga ang writing ko. 5.5 to minus square. Then we have 1, 6 minus 3.5 square. Okay. So, I hope i-try nyo talaga yan i-solve, guys. No, ang outcome actually niyan is 52.5. Okay. Next, since we have that already, lagay na lang natin siya dito, 52.5 divided by 36, which is 1.46. Okay, that is your answer. And the standard deviation of the sample means would be the square root of the variance. So, square root of 1.46, 1.21. 1.21. Okay. So, that's it, guys. After natin na-solve tong mga to, paki-check na lang din kung tama, but I think we did it right. No? I really think we did it right. Okay, 1.21. Good job. Okay. So, ganito na yan. Ang kanyang magiging, ang kanyang magiging graph. And I really hope na napansin niyo yan sa, sa frequency pa lang daan, no? So, that's it. Now, activity 4.1 is almost the same as what I did. Napaka-the same niya. Ang kaibahan lang is 3. Tawag dito. Mas mahirap pala to. Kasi 3, no? So, what do you call this? 1, 3 to the power of... it's not 36, guys. Hindi na 36. Mas marami. Because, again, hindi siya, so with replacement ang gagawin ninyo. So, mahaba-haba yan, guys. Anyway, so let's proceed to lesson 5. Actually, guys, napagod na ako. But anyway, let's just go with lesson 5. So, these are solving, no? Okay. So, remember we have 2 samples at, what do you call this one? Random variables, no? Yung isa. So, let me go here in Paint. Let me go here on the other side para may space. Okay, ito, dito na part. Okay, ganyan ko na lang. Lesson 5 na to siya. Okay, so just a little bit of summary, no? Meron tayong 2 random variables that we have talked in this module. Meron tayo yung x na mean, but this is single element, no? Single element from the population. Ang distribution niya is population. And also, ang kanyang mean ay mu, at ang kanyang standard deviation ay sigma. Yung isa naman na mean is the samples, measurement of the sample. Okay, sample size. At ang kanyang distribution ay sampling. Distribution, tama man, kay sample man siya, no? Okay? And then, ang kanyang mean is, of course, x bar, or what do you call this one? Mean with the x bar. And ang kanyang standard deviation is the standard deviation sigma of the sample mean. But remember, itong sample mean, the mean of the sample means is also equal to the mean of the population. And the standard deviation of the sample mean is also the same as the standard deviation of the population over square root of the sample size. Okay? So that is, ito yung summary nung pinagsasabi natin kanina doon sa lesson 4, no? It's okay. So, let's try to solve some in an example, a very specific example, no? So here, a school principal claims that grade 11 students has mean grade of 86 with a standard deviation of 4. Okay, so suppose that the distribution is approximately normal. So let's solve for probability that randomly selected. Okay. Guys, i-copy paste ko lang ito. I hope pinanood ninyo yung I hope pinanood ninyo yung lesson, normal distribution, lesson 3 and 4? 3, 4, 5, 6, I forgot kung anong lesson yun. Basta nandoon yun sa part 2 ng normal distribution. Kasi pinag-usapan doon yung probability. And that will help you in solving this one. Okay? So, parang yung pag-explain ko sa inyo ng normal distribution like this one. So, sabi niya, ang mean is 86 daw, di ba, according to the school principal. So, we all know that pag nag-plot tayo ng normal distribution, automatic ang nasa gitna is the mean. Di ba? Ito siya yung mean natin. This is the mean, okay? These are the original data, and we can actually get the z-scores. Sorry naman, okay? Z-score. So, may corresponding z-score siya, which is what we call the standard score. Okay? Kaya nga, standardize ang tawag dyan. Okay? So, let's go with letter A. What is the probability that a randomly selected grade will be less than 84? Okay, so letter A, whatever grade daw that we choose from all of the grade 11 students, what is the probability daw that it is less than 84? Tama ba? Am I right? Dali ko talaga makalimot, guys. Okay, less than 84. Itong X, again, that is just a representation of what we are going to get, no? Kung ano man yung grade na yun ng grade 11 student na makukuha natin. Okay, so, ang given natin at this point is, alam natin ang given is ang mean, that is the population mean, 86. And then, we have the standard deviation, which is 4. We also have, ito siya, and this is the mean of the sample, no? 84. Okay, so, the probability now that the X is less than 84 would be, we can solve that using the probability notation of a standard score, no? Which is 84. This is our, yun yung ikinukumpara natin, no? Minus the mu over the sigma. or the standard deviation. Okay, so this is Z now would be, this is the standard score, yun yung hahanapin natin dito sa normal distribution. So 84 minus 86 over 4. So 84 minus 86 is negative 2, right? Negative 2 divided by 4 is negative 0.5. So negative 0.5. So, ano yan, teach? Dito yan siya. Hanapin natin dito sa standardized natin na normal distribution graph. Okay, so andito yan siya na part, diba? Ito yan siya, oh. This one. This is negative 0.5. Okay, so, now that we got this, ang gusto nating malaman is, ito siya, no? Less than 84. Meaning, what we would really like to get is, ito siya, yung area na ito. Okay? Yan yung gusto nating mahanapan. So, now that we have this z-score, negative 0.5, meaning, hanapin natin yung area niya, yung katumbas niya na area sa z-table. Okay? Which is, ang z-table, let me open my z-table. Open. It's on normal distribution. It's on page 6. No? Tagal naman mag-open. Okay, page 6. Okay, there you go. 0.5. So, this one. 0.1915. Okay, so, let me go back here. So, ang area na ito, but remember, ang area na yan is from 0 to 0.5 negative. So, paano natin makukuha ngayon yung area? Let me just change that. So, 0.1915. So, kung gusto nating makuha itong area na to, itong shaded part, because, again, remember, according to Gauss, Karl Friedrich Gauss, the entire sum of the area under the curve is equals to 1. And since it is symmetric, ibig sabihin itong left side, that is equal to 0.5, and the right side is equals to 0.5. Therefore, kung gusto nating makita itong, makuha itong shaded part, edi i-minus lang natin, di ba? 0.5 minus. Okay, wait lang. Ayusin ko. 0.5 minus, okay, 0.1915, which is, kung i-calculate natin, 0.5 minus 0.1915, that is 0.30, 0.3085, but this is the decimal point, or in percentage, it would be 30.85%. So, there is a 30.85% chance na by random selection ang makuha na grado, no, ng kahit sinong grade 11 student would be less than 84. Okay? So, that is how you solve for that one. How about for letter B? Ang letter B naman is a little bit complex. Bakit? Ang letter B is, what is the probability that a randomly selected grade will be greater than 82 but less than 90? So, dalawa, no, ang kanyang, what do you call this one, ang kanyang condition. So, your X can be greater than 82 but is less than 90. So, ganyan siya. Anyway, so let's go ahead and try to solve this one. You can actually solve this one using the same concept with the probability notation, no? So, 82 is less than X. 82 is less than X, but X is less than 90. You can solve this using 82 minus the mu over standard deviation less than Z, the Z-score. We are still looking for the Z-score pa. 90 minus mu over standard deviation. So that would be P now. 82 minus 86 over 4 less than Z over 90 minus 86 over 4. Okay. So your P now should be, ito siya, 82 minus 86 is 4. Okay, so negative 1, no? Negative 1. And 94 pa rin, so 1. Okay. So, kung i-represent ko yan siya dito sa ating graph, no? So, this is, so sa gitna, 0, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So, ang hinahanap natin na area of probability is this one, no? Itong sa gitna. Okay. Andito yung value ng x, no? So, ibig sabihin, hanapin muna natin tong 1. Dito sa z-table. So, 1, ito. 0.3413. So, this could be, sorry, wait. 0.3413. So, how are we going to get the shaded part? Obviously, kung ito, papunta dito ay 0.3413, ibig sabihin, this is symmetrical as this one. So, i-add mo lang siya. Tama man? 3413. So, now, it is 0.3413 is equals to 0.6826, or that is 68.26% probability. Okay? So, last but not the least, letter C. What is the probability that the mean random sample, okay, sample tayo ha, of 9 students will be less than 88. So, it is very specific na out of all the grade 11 students, 9 ang kukunan mo ng grades. And how much probability is that na less than 88 yung grades nung 9 students na ito? Okay? So, let's go back here. So, meron na tayong n is equals to 9. And then, our given, isa pa nating given is x is less than 88 dapat. Okay. So, still remember the other given, standard deviation, ganun pa rin. Tapos, ang ating mean is equals to 88, this one, no? Ang ating mu is still 86, and then we have 9. Okay. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon para makuha yung probability is we wanted to know this one. Mean nung 9 na students. Ang mean grade nila is less than 88. So, still the same thing, no? Tulad nung ginamit natin sa number 1. However, remember that the standard deviation is not just this. Kasi nga, sample mean na ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, the standard deviation should be sigma over square root of n. Okay? So, ano ko na lang agad, itawag dito, i-substitute ko na lang agad. So, that would be 4 over square root of 9. Okay? So, using your calculator, 82 minus 86 is 2. 2 over 2 divided by 4 divided by square root of 9 is equals to 1.5. Z is greater than 1.5. So, punta tayo dito again. Mag-plot na naman tayo ng another normal distribution. Sa gitna ang 0. And then we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, greater than 1.5. So, 1. Ito siya yung 1.5, no? Somewhere over here. Ayan ang 1.5 natin. So, ibig sabihin ang hinahanap natin is, so, ito palang hinahanap natin na area. Okay. So, find muna natin ano tong area ng 1.5. Ito siya, 0 to 1.5. Ano yan siya? So, coming here, 1.5 is 0.4332. Okay. 0.4332. Pero itong area na yan, ito lang yan eh. Diba? Kailangan din natin to. So, we all know that this is 0.5. So, i-add na lang natin yung 0.5. Tama man? So, that should be 0.9332. Tama ba? I think so. Feeling ko tama siya. Pero just in case, i-calculate ko na lang. Okay, tama nga. Anyway, so that means 93.32%. Okay, a probability, ang chance na yung mean ng grade ng 9 na students na yon ay less than 88. Okay, so that's it actually guys, I think. Kasi yung itong independent practice, this is for you to solve na. Okay? So, I hope you would be able to solve that. And I think that's it, no, guys? So, thank you so much for watching this video. I will thank you in advance. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.